Hello everyone. In this video, we will see the various settings that need to be done in the attainment calculation Excel file, which is used for computing the CO attainment, course attainment and the PO attainment contribution of a course. Before starting, please note these points. Now we'll have a look at this Excel file and see how various settings can be done in this file. The first sheet in this Excel file is named as index, where the links are provided to navigate to various sheets in this Excel file. Also, the version of this file is given on the top right corner. The second sheet is POPSO, where you can enter the department name, the program name, the POs and the PSOs of the department. The third sheet in this Excel file is setting COPO mapping, wherein you can enter the course name, the university name, semester, course type, course code, course outcome code, which will come as a prefix to various course outcomes, the number of credits, number of lecture hours, number of tutorial hours and number of practical hours. You can also enter the course outcomes, course exit survey questions and the answer choices for these questions. The COPO mapping is also entered in this sheet. For COPO mapping, you can choose the mode of entry as levels and the mode of calculating course POPSO mapping levels as maximum. So the maximum of each column will come as the course POPSO mapping levels. Next, we will see the various assessment tools used for assessing course outcomes and program outcomes or program specific outcomes. The assessment methods can be broadly classified as direct assessment and indirect assessment. Direct assessment is mark-based assessment, whereas indirect assessment is survey-based assessment. Direct assessment can be again classified as direct internal assessment and direct external assessment. The direct internal assessment tools used are series tests, assignments, quizzes, continuous evaluation labs, etc. In direct internal assessment, it is possible to get marks obtained by each student for each question, and it is possible to evaluate the attainment corresponding to each CO. Whereas in case of end semester examination, the marks obtained by each student for each question is not available. In case of indirect assessment, we have course exit survey and program exit survey. Course exit survey is conducted at the end of each course, and this assessment values are used for the evaluation of course outcome attainment and course attainment. Whereas the program exit survey is conducted at the end of the program and is used for the indirect attainment calculation of PO or PSO. Next, we will see the settings that need to be done in the setting CO attainment sheet. Here you can set the name of the faculty handling the course, designation of the faculty, academic year, total marks of end semester examination, mode of mark entry, it can be grade or marks, total marks of internal evaluation, percentage of marks required for passing the end semester examination, target for end semester examination attainment calculation, here it is set as 60, grade to mark mapping, average of the percentage band corresponding to grade O is given here, similarly for A plus, A, etc. Attainment level threshold, that is the percentage of students attaining the target. If 80% of students attain the 60% target which is set for university examination or the end semester examination, then the level is taken as 3. If 70 to 80% students only have achieved 60% mark, then level is taken as 2. Similarly, 60 to 70% students have attained the 60% level is 1. If less than 60% students have attained 60% marks, then the level is taken as 0. Then modes of internal evaluation are set. So we have 2 tests and 2 assignments. So test 1, test 2, assignment 1 and assignment 2. Total marks of test 1 is here it is set as 40, test 2 40, assignment 1 and assignment 2. Here there is option to choose different internal evaluation tools, whether it is assignment, tutorial, retest, surprise test, lab performance, seminar, project, viva, etc. You can choose the appropriate tools used for assessment. Next we'll see the contribution of each assessment tool in computing the final CO attainment. As discussed, we have direct internal assessment, direct external assessment and indirect assessment. The tools used for direct internal assessment are test 1, test 2, assignment 1 and assignment 2. It is decided to give 60% weightage for test and 40% weightage for assignment. So test 1 is given a weightage of 30%, test 2 is given a weightage of 30%, assignment 1 is given a weightage of 20% and assignment 2 is given a weightage of 20%. Now we need to combine the direct internal assessment and direct external assessment to get the direct assessment contribution. For combining this, direct internal assessment is given a weightage of 60 and end semester examination is given a weightage of 40. From the value computed from internal assessment, 60% will be taken for computing direct internal contribution and 40% will be taken from end semester examination. Now we need to combine the direct assessment and indirect assessment. For this, the weightage of direct assessment is given as 90% and for indirect assessment is given as 10%. Next, we'll set the target for overall CO attainment. So this is the percentage of marks that a student should attain for a specific CO. Different values can be set for different COs based on the knowledge level of that CO. Here, a provision is also given to set a target for direct CO attainment. That is the minimum percentage of students who must attain the set target. At the end of the course, the teacher can check this and corrective measures can be taken next time when the course is offered. Next is the student-wise attainment level threshold. So this is automatically populated. Level 3 is corresponding to the target set here. So 60%, if a student is attaining more than 60% marks, this is level 3. Similarly, level 1 is set based on the pass percentage required for passing that particular course. So here we have set as 40%. So based on this value is populated. And level 2 is the median of this level 3 target and level 1 target. So that is 50 in this case. Similarly, this will be populated for each CO. So this particular student-wise attainment level threshold is used for computing the attainment level of each student based on the direct internal assessment. Next section is for mapping the questions with COs and also for setting the maximum mark corresponding to each question. So this is used for computing the attainment. So this can be done for all the assessment tools, in this case test 1, test 2, assignment 1 and assignment 2. Similarly, for the course exit survey questions also, the questions can be mapped with COs and the maximum mark can be set here, and the targets for attainment calculation for indirect assessment can be set here. Next is the student detail sheet, where you can enter the roll number, KTUID and name of the student. Next sheet is IA1, wherein you can enter the marks corresponding to each question. Similarly, IA2, IA3 and IA4. Next is the university sheet, where you can enter the grade or marks based on the setting you have done in setting CO attainment sheet. Next is the course exit survey. So you can just give marks based on the course exit survey in this sheet. Once all the settings are done and the assessment values are entered in the corresponding sheets, the CO attainment will be available in the CO attainment sheet. So this is the typical CO attainment. Here you can see that the contributions of all direct internal attainment is listed here. The overall internal attainment is computed and listed here. The university attainment is computed and listed. Overall direct CO attainment is listed here. Indirect attainment and overall CO attainment is listed. In case of direct internal attainment, the test 1, we can see that 100% of students have attained the set target for CO1. Similarly, 97.01% students have attained the set target for CO2. Similarly, for test 2, assignment 1 and assignment 2. For CO1, we can see that only test 1 and assignment 1 has questions corresponding to CO1. For combining the direct internal attainment contributions, we have set the weightage as 30% for test 1, 30% for test 2, 20% for assignment 1 and 20% for assignment 2. But you can see that only test 1 and assignment 1 has questions mapped to CO1. Now for combining this, for getting the overall internal attainment, the 60% weightage will be given for test 1 and 40% weightage will be given for assignment 1. So that is combined and you will get the overall internal attainment. For CO3, can be seen that only test 2 is having questions mapped to CO3. So 100% weightage will be given to the contribution from test 2. So once the overall internal attainment is computed, the overall direct CO attainment is obtained by combining the overall internal attainment and final university attainment. So you have set 60% weightage for overall internal direct attainment and 40% weightage for end semester or university attainment. So these two are combined to get the overall direct attainment. Now for indirect attainment also, the percentage of students who have given marks above the set target is 83.05% for CO1, similarly 77.97% for CO2 and so on. Now we need to combine the overall direct CO attainment and indirect CO attainment. In this case, we are just combining the levels. That is, for CO1 level is 3 because this is greater than 80%. So here again the level is 3 because this is greater than 80%. So we will combine the level 3 of overall direct CO attainment and this level 3 of indirect CO attainment. The weightage given is 90% for direct attainment and 10% for indirect attainment. Now this is combined to get a value of 3. For example, in this case, the CO2 has the attainment level of 3 and here attainment level of 2. So 90% of 3 is taken and 10% of 2 is taken. So it is 2.9. Now average of this is taken as the course attainment level. So this 2.9 is the course attainment level. Next is the computation of PO attainment. So the PO attainment is computed using the CO attainment and CO-PO mapping. So now to get the contribution of this particular course to PO1, the weighted average is taken. That is, this value is obtained as 3 into 3 plus 2.9 into 3 plus 2.9 into 3 plus 2.9 into 3 plus 2.9 into 3 plus 2.8 into 3 divided by number of cells having entries, that is 6 into 3. So that will be this value. For example, in this case it is 2.9 into 3 plus 2.9 into 2 divided by only 2 cells are having entries. So 2 into 3, 6 will give you 1.93. So this is the PO attainment contribution from this particular course.